Hello guys, welcome back to KVTalks once again, and today I have a big announcement for you. So before we begin, just head out to my channel and do check out my other videos, and if you like them, please do subscribe to my channel. Let's begin. So few days back I received an email regarding the PhD admission, as you can see on the screen. And as you have rightly guessed, so today I would be talking about the admission process for the PhD program at IIIT Delhi, and I would be telling you as to what are the eligibility criteria and what are the different entries that a student can apply for. So without any delay, let us go to the web page. So okay, so now after going to the home web page of IIIT Delhi, click on admission and click on the PhD tab. So as we can see that the PhD admission portal is open, and we see that the IIIT Delhi offers PhD programs in 6 disciplines, which are as follows: the computational biology, computer science engineering, electronics and communication engineering, human-centered design, mathematics, and social sciences and humanities. And the most highlighting part of this program is that also B.Tech, fresh B.Tech graduates, also those who are studying in their final year, are eligible to apply, and GATE score is not a mandatory requirement over here. So let us head to the detailed eligibility criteria. So this is the discipline-wise eligibility criteria. So you can go through these columns, and apart from the computational biology, all the other disciplines need not require you to have a GATE score necessarily. But if you do have a valid GATE score, that would count towards your overall profile. So if we specifically see about the CSE and the EC program, you need to have a B.Tech, M.Tech, or MS in either of these fields, computer science, IT, EC, or from an electrical engineering background, with a minimum CGPA of 7.5 on a scale of 10, or aggregate percentage of 70%. And same applies for the ECE department. Okay, so talking about the admission categories, there are two types of admission categories: regular PhD and a sponsored PhD. Uh, Regular PhD students are those who are provided admission on a full-time basis, and they would be working with the campus as a regular student. Whereas the sponsored PhD program is for those who are working professionals and are currently established with with an employer or a home company, and they could still pursue PhD without having to leave their jobs. So today I would be focusing more on the regular PhD route, and will be dispersing information regarding to it. However, sponsored PhD candidates can follow this video. The only difference that makes them different from the regular PhD student is that they need to have a non-objectionable certificate from the employee, so that they could pursue their PhD with the institution. Coming to the important dates, the application portal started from 21st October and the last date would be on the 4th of November. Now let us come to the most important part, that is the research areas. So these are the disciplines which I had mentioned about earlier, and I would be talking particularly about the ECE department. So these are the 6 research areas which the institution is looking forward to absorb students into. And as you can see, we have AI, ML and signal processing, mobile and wireless communication, nanoelectronics, navigation, guidance and control, photovoltaics, and lastly, probability and stochastic geometry applications. So the candidates have to apply through an online application portal, which is provided over here. Let's see. Okay, so for new candidates, you just need to fill in these following credentials, and you would be given an access to the portal. So I have created mine, so you can log in after you do those steps. The very first field asks for the type of PhD program that you want to get into. So for those who want to be as a full-time and those who are currently employed and want to pursue their PhD can choose the sponsored PhD student option. So then followed by this, you have a basic information fields. So you can go through these. And then you have to give your address, home address, and the following informations. Then coming to the main part, you have to select the discipline you want to get into. So let's say EC. Then you have to select two areas of research interest and according to your priority. So let's say you did this. So research area one would be given priority when you are called for an interview. So be wise when you choose your area of interest and think carefully before you fill this section. Followed by this, you have the other educational qualification fields. So just fill the information accordingly. So in this section, you can fill in the information of the national level examination that you've qualified in. So in this section, you need to fill in the publications that you have made so far. It's absolutely fine if you do not have one. Also, you can mention the conferences in conferences that you have submitted your paper in. Then followed by this, you have the work experience. So work experience, maybe like the internships that you have done, the any if you have had any profile with the company previously, that also counts as a work experience. So do mention your achievements over here. So this is the reference section where you have to provide 3 point of contacts with the designation and contact number, and be sure that whomsoever you mention is readily available to take a call in case the institute reaches out to them. Then you have the section like how did you come to know of the PhD program. So you can just select the whatever means you got to know about this, and so this is the main section of the entire application where you have to submit a statement of purpose. So it's an essay. So you have to write an essay in which you need to clearly specify what is your motivation for pursuing a PhD or whatever other reasons you need to include, and why do you want to do PhD with IIIT Delhi. Like you have to give them a satisfactory answer through your essay that why you're choosing their institution. So there is no word limit to it, but my best advice is to limit your essay up to 1 page, and be sure that IIIT Delhi follows a very strict plagiarism policy. So in case you happen to have copied it from online sources, or if someone else is writing for you, make sure that you do not get caught. So be original and write it yourself. Followed by this, again, in the final section, the application asks you to upload a CV and a photograph. Make sure that you have gone through your CV carefully and thoroughly. Make sure that you tailor your CV according to the application, clearly mentioning the types of projects, internships, and work experience which would aid you to do your PhD. And for CV, there is no specific rule that it should be up to 1 page. If you have valuable enough things to mention, it's absolutely fine if your CV is exceeding beyond 1 page. So make sure that you fill all this section, give think carefully, give it a time before submitting, because you won't be allowed to make your changes once you submit your application form. Okay, so what are the advantages of doing the PhD program from IIIT Delhi? Almost every PhD student is entitled to receive the following stipend by the home institution where they are working with. And apart from that, you get an annual additional contingency grant of 10K with a grant to purchase any laptop or desktop that you would wish to have for your own research purposes. And all the students, all the PhD students are required to present their research works at international conferences, which is again aided by the institution. And if you are lucky enough to find a joint PhD program with the universities abroad like UUT Australia and one with the Boston University. So IIIT does have joint PhD programs, so you can also apply for this overseas research fellowship program. And I encourage all the B.Tech graduates and those in the final year to sit for this. However, those in the final year are eligible to sit in the process, but unfortunately, they won't be able to join this program even if they get selected, because the winter session starts coming January 2021. So you won't be allowed to join the program. However, if you happen to give a very remarkable performance, chances are there that you can convert this opportunity in the next admission process, which would be done in the month of March. There are two rounds. So in the first round, based on the SOP and that you write, a set number of people are called for the second round, which would comprise of an interview with the panel. And based on your performance, the results would be announced. I would be covering a different video on the preparation strategy for attending the interview panel, specifically at IIIT Delhi. So without any delay, just head on to the IIIT webpage, uh, go through the profiles of the faculty, look what they're doing, what is their research areas, and how you could fit into their research and contribute. So head on and fill the application. The last date for the application is nearing, which is 4th of November. So all the best and thank you.